Can a company have more than one ACE portal account?
Yes. So how this would normally work, yes is the answer. I would recommend no, and here's why. So I would recommend that, let's use the scenario, let's use the Scarbrough group of companies as a great way to think about this. You want to go up to that slide real quick, Kevin?
Yep.
So inside of the Scarbrough group, you see there's 5 companies. Well, so the Scarbrough group is a company inside by itself, and there are 5 individual companies inside of that. So the way ACE is designed is that the Scarbrough group would have a main, what they will call main account, and that's the Scarbrough group. Then each one of the Scarbrough group subsidiaries, Scarbrough International, Scarbrough Logistics, Six Lines, to Mexico Transportation, would all have their own unique ACE accounts, but they would all be under the umbrella, just like a corporate structure would be inside of ACE. And then what we could do, let's say that Kevin could only see Scarbrough Six Lines, well then that would be what we would provide him. And so as the trade account owner, the one individual in charge of that ACE account, you can pick and choose what people can view and what they can change inside of each one of those. You can give them access to the entire group. You can give them access to one company. And even if Scarbrough International has multiple IRS numbers, I can even break it down farther than that and go one step beyond that to each individual EIN.
Could you explain maybe about who should really, inside the ACE portal, can you describe the owner, proxy, user, and maybe who should be what in what company in a company and how that varies?
So the trade account owner does not have to be an executive. A lot of people think that it does. There is another option for a non-executive of the company to be the trade account owner. And the trade account owner is important because that is the one and only person that can give access as new things become available. So like, for example, here, Roger Scarbrough, our CEO, is Scarborough's trade account owner. So even as new things become available, Roger has to log in and then say, yes, they can have access to this. And it doesn't take him very long, but for a lot of people who don't have access to maybe their executive or their off-site, it might not be the best solution for them. So trade account owner in a lot of instances is that trade compliance manager, that person who's responsible, whose sole job is to make sure that this is taken care of. Mm-hmm. Inside of that, there are 2 others. There's what's called a proxy trade account owner. And so that proxy can do everything underneath what they already have access to. So for example, if Roger is the trade account owner and I'm the proxy for Scarbrough International, Scarbrough Logistics, and Six Lines, I can give access to any user inside of one of those 3 companies, but I could not give access to Scarbrough Transportation until Roger provided me that access. So that's kind of what that proxy is. And then you have a user, and now users a lot of times don't have edit capabilities. They can view reports, they can maybe look at their PMS statement or things like that, but they can't make changes to the portal itself. They can't add or remove users, things like that.
Okay, great.